Good morning, boys and girls and Sassafras class family. Today is Friday, May the 1st. April is over with. There's no more month of April. Now we're into May. So we're getting closer and closer to summer, and that's exciting as well. The sun's going to hopefully stay out a little more pretty soon, and won't have much more rain. And we can get outside and do things, because when it rains you can't go outside. Sometimes you can play in the rain, but when it's thundered and lightning and really raining hard, it's not safe to be outside. But hopefully the sun will be coming out. And speaking of the weather, let's do our weather song. How about that? Weather watcher, what do you see? What do you see? Tell me what the weather's like. Tell me what the weather's like. Sun, rain, clouds, sun, rain, clouds. Or in the wintertime, we could say snow as well. So this morning, take a look outside and see what the weather's like. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it still rainy? Is it cold? Is it warm? You can look outside and usually you can tell how the weather is. And I want to sing our school family song because I really miss you all, you Sassafras class. So I want to sing. You can sing it with me. This is our school family. This is our school family. This is our school family. So you can't shake hands. So I'm sending you a virtual hug. So hug yourselves and think about, this is from Miss Angie, since I can't hug you in person, okay? So this is my squeezable hug from me to you. Okay, now today I'm going to read you a story. Remember, we're working on recycling. And today I'm going to tell you a story about two turtles that live in the sea or in the ocean, which is the same thing. And they're going to tell us about how people throw things into the rivers, into the waters, and it makes our animals very sick. If you throw trash if you go to Lake Michigan or you go to the beach and you throw your trash into the water, like if you take a cooler with some food in it or some drinks in it, and you just don't throw your stuff in the garbage or in the recycling, and you just throw it in the water, not only is it polluting the water where you won't be able to go swimming anymore, but it also hurts our fish and turtles and any livestock or any animals or fish that are in the water. It hurts them. They can get their mouths caught in plastic. They can get stuff wrapped around their necks, and it's really sad. So we don't want to put anything in the water that can hurt the animals in the water or the fish in the water, okay? So I'm going to read you about Gary and Harry. Gary and Harry. See, they're two different kinds of turtles. The Tale of Two Turtles. This story is written by Lisa Matsumoto. Remember, let's do our book song. We haven't done that for a while. Let's do our book song. This is front cover. This is back cover. This is the spine of the book. The illustrator draws the picture. The author writes the story. I wonder if it has a title page. Does it have a title page? If you said yes, you are correct. So let's get to the story. Deep in the sparkling sea, Gary, the green sea turtle, and his best friend, Harry, the hawksbill turtle. See the difference in the two turtles? This is called a hawksbill because he has a pointy beak just like a hawk. And then this is a green sea turtle, like most of the turtles that we see. Harry, the hawksbill turtle, played in their ocean home. Each day they would swim to the surface and happily dive beneath the waves. They were having so much fun just playing in the water. Gary and Harry loved their carefree life in the sea and liked to visit their many ocean friends. like Olivia the octopus, um, I think it's Lori the lobster, and even Herman the grumpy old hermit crab, who was really nothing but a big softy under that crusty old shell. See, there's the crab and the lobster. For Gary and Harry, each day was a great underwater adventure. Some days they would explore deep into dark underwater caverns. Caverns are like little caves under the water that you can go into, that they would swim. But it's way, way down deep in the water. Places that you really can't go unless you have on scuba gear, because there's oxygen. You can't breathe under there, so you have to have an oxygen mask, which is a scuba gear to help you breathe when you're underwater. Other days they would search for long lost buried treasures deep in the hulls of old sunken ships. Sometimes ships sink in the sea. When they wanted a good laugh, they would visit the crazy clownfish who performed in Harold Harlequin Shrimp's Spectacular Sea Circus. See the clownfish? Do you know a movie that has clownfish in it? I think you do. One day after their morning adventure, Gary and Harry were especially hungry. As always, it was difficult deciding what to have for lunch, since they had very different tastes in food. How about a salty seaweed salad made of fresh algae, Gary suggested. It doesn't sound very appetizing, does it? Not to us. Algae, yuck. Harry replied, making a face. I'd rather have a nice, tasty jellyfish. His wish had been answered, for suddenly a school of jellyfish floated by. Wow! Look at all those jellyfish! Harry quickly scanned to the largest one and swallowed it in. Ooh, they eat jellyfish. They know they eat jellyfish. And he ate it in one big gulp. Gary expected Harry satisfied. But instead, Harry responded with a terrified ah! Harry was gasping and choking. There was no jellyfish he had swallowed. It was a plastic bag. Harry knew many sea turtles had died from choking on plastic bags, but he never once thought it would happen to him. Harry desperately tried everything to remove the plastic bag, but it just wouldn't come out. His life flashed before him. Luckily, Gary had just completed his turtle safety class, and by using the Heimlich maneuver, the plastic bag flew right out from Harry's throat. The Heimlich maneuver is when you get behind somebody that's choking and you squeeze underneath, down in here, above their stomach, and you could take classes to learn how to do that when somebody's choking. Phew, that was close, Harry said while catching his breath. How did a plastic bag get in the ocean anyway? How else, Gary answered. The humans, which is us, we're human beings. Well, they need to be more careful to keep their trash out of our homes. That's their home. I bet you didn't even think about that being the turtles and the fish homes, did you? Harry said angrily. Gary couldn't agree with him more. That would be like somebody coming in your house and drinking a soda or a juice and just throwing the can into your house. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? No, that's exactly what people do to the water. They do that. They throw that into these creatures' homes. Suddenly, Harry's stomach rumbled. All the excitement worked up his appetite. Well, I'm starving, he told Gary. Let's get lunch. Just then, a beautiful jellyfish floated by. Look, Harry, just what you asked for. Lunch! And with a flick of their flippers, they quickly dove through the crystal blue water, eager to enjoy a nice, delicious, relaxing lunch. The end. So you see, boys and girls, that is why we don't throw our trash into the sea, because it could hurt them, could hurt our creatures in the sea, and that is not nice, is it? That's not being kind. Now I want to show you the shapes. I am not an artist, so these drawings are not perfect, but I'm sure you will understand what they are. Do you remember what this shape is? If you said a square, you are correct. What about this one? A circle. What about this one? Square. What about this one? Triangle. What about this one? I'm sure everybody knows what this one is. Heart. And I'm sure everybody knows what this one is. It's a star. And this is, well, it's an oval. I tried to make an oval, but it's an oval. So if you got that wrong, that's okay. It's all right. But when you go outside, if you're driving down the road, or if you have to go to the store with your mommies or daddies or grandma, grandpas, or aunts and uncles, and you're looking outside, you can see shapes, signs that are shapes. Say, for instance, a stop sign is a circle. And a triangle sometimes is a yield sign that is a triangle. And there are other shapes of signs. Of course, you see hearts and lots of things too, and stars. Stars are in the sky. They might not look like this, but they're still stars. This is what we think of when we say star. So remember all your shapes. Do you remember? Okay. I want you to see if you can write them. And you don't have to write them down on paper, but you could just show me with your finger. Right, make a circle. You can make a square. Remember, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a square. My mirror that's behind me, that is a square. And a rectangle is 4 sides, but they're longer. 1 long top, 2 little short sides, and a long bottom. That is a rectangle. A square has 4 of the same sides, and a rectangle has 2 long sides, 2 long lines, and 2 short sides. That's a square. That's a difference. I know some of you get hung up on that, but that's the difference. So you can make a rectangle. You can make a triangle up, down, and across. You can make a heart with your finger like this. That's a heart. Make a star, or however you want to make a star. And then an oval is like this. Looks like a shape of an egg. An egg is an oval. And there's different kinds of ovals out there. So remember your shapes, okay? Let me know if you can do these or not. I want to hear from you, okay? Now, remember to wash your hands all the time. Never go without washing your hands. If you're handling something, if you're outside, if you use the restroom, whatever, if you're in the store, if you go to the store and you come back, always, 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 first thing you do is wash your hands. Make sure you wash them. Say the ABC, sing the ABC song a couple times, sing happy birthday a couple times. Make sure you get between your fingers and even your fingernails. Make sure you get clean, because we want everybody to be able to come back together again. So we want these germs to go away and people not get sick anymore, right? Okay, so you can help us out, okay? Everybody be safe, and I wish you well. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.